Hello guys, welcome back to another video of what is it and how to with Wix.com. Previous video we were going over text, and this video I'm going to go over images. So as you notice, when you're building a website, nothing stands out more than images. Everything is pretty boring if it's just text, right? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to add images and upload them from your computer or social media sites right now. So let's start with the add buttons. That's where you're going to find all of this information. Now I pre-selected a template already for us, so that way we can kind of just make this a little bit easier, and it's going to do the same for you. Hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let me know what you think about the video and what you would like to know in the future. Alright, so going to add, we're going to go to straight over from strip, text, and image. We're going to click images. Now you have a few options. You have my uploads, you have image collections, and my social images. So the first one I want to get to, because it's really going to make all of it pretty easy, is my image uploads. Once you click on this, it's going to take you to this wonderful page, and you're going to have these choices. And you're going to be able to upload media from yourself, which is going to, you can drag and drop it, or your computer. You can do it from your Wix account, your Google Drive, Facebook, Instagram, Dropbox, Google Photos, all of it, or even a link for this. I'll go back to it later for mine. So you have this little manage. You have the site files, you have my boards, trash for if you decide to scrap something, media from Wix, you have Shutterstock, and you have Unsplash. Just to kind of give you an idea. Here you can create a new folder. You can kind of organize all of the photos that you have. Maybe you have a lot that you want to kind of choose from. You have that already, and you have all of your types. You can kind of make a filter for it as well, and you can reorder it, and you can change out the layout and how it actually presents itself. So this wonderful little dashboard is going to be your special friend. Now coming to upload media, you just click on the computer. Gives it the option upload from computer, and once you upload it from the computer, you're going to select the file, select the picture that you have, and you're going to open. It's going to upload it. Give it just one moment, and there we go. Once you go over to the right, you can see the actions. You can crop, edit it, you can adjust it, you can create a video, you can actually cut out the background as well. I'm pretty happy with this one, so I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to click add to page, and once you do, it's going to show it on the page. It's going to pre-select, set it to the center of the page. So once it sets and you don't like it, just like the strips, just like the paragraphs that you're able to do before, it's the same. You can just click and drag and drop it anywhere you want. Now, once with this image, the same rules apply. You can change the image, you have your settings, you can crop it here, you have filters, you have animations, and you have a link as well. You can also connect it to data. So it's pretty cool for this as well. So once you click on settings, it's going to show a preview. You can change it, adjust it as well. Link options, you can add a link to the picture as well, so if you click the picture, it will take you to that destination that you file for it. What's in the image? You can tell Google. And does this image have a tooltip? So you can have a tooltip on this as well if you would like. You can resize it, and you can keep proportions or you cannot. So it's completely your choice. So you can change the proportions how you want. You can drag, stretch it out however you want. Just like that. Now, let's see. If you want to crop the picture, you can. And you can zoom it in to a special place. And you can reset the shape of portions, which I think I'll do that. And you can flip the shape horizontally, however you want. You can flip the shape vertically. And you can cancel it or you can apply it. I'm just going to hit cancel. Just take my picture back to normal and stretch it out. Now the same for when you have the design. And there you go. You have some theme frames that's actually going to surround your picture. You can select those with no frame, and you can customize the design as well. Just right here, you can create the borders, the capacity and color. You have so many options to do, and there's no limit with Wix, right? I like the circle. It goes really good with this picture, so I'm going to leave it. Alright, now once we do the same for the text, you can have an animation so when you scroll over it, how is it going to happen? Right? What's the action that you want it to have? There you go. It's the same rules around. It also works really good with buttons. Again, we'll go over into buttons a little bit later and how to work. So if you don't want this like little weird picture for like say to go to the home page or to go to the about page, and you want to make a pretty crafty button to click, you just go over the picture and click it. And if you want to add a text to this photo as well, you can kind of layer these things together, and we're going to go over the layers a little bit later in the future. So that's why I want you to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any other cool tips. So you can actually put a text in between this without having to go and add this text for later in the photo editor by chance. So you can actually just kind of layer it over it, and it shows a little bit differently. And because you can go over the preview and it will show it as well, just the same. So if this was a button, you can just click the button, and it's going to take you to wherever you select, and that's going to be an anchor. Again, future videos is why it's really important to subscribe and to follow us so you don't miss any of these cool tips on how to do it. But this is photo, and this is actually the preview area. So I want to go back to editor, and once we do, we have this super cool option. Alright, go back to add and go into images. Now that is uploading our image. Now for example, you have free Wix images. When you click free Wix images, it's just going to have some pictures for you. If you don't have any idea, you want maybe some ideas, you can kind of go over and see what they have. Same thing applies. It's just already loaded for you. Just click and you can add it. Going over, going down. See, I've clicked it, add the page. There we go. You can add it, or you can actually drag and drop it as well. Alright, I'm going to add the page just to show you. And there it goes. And I'm going to move it. There we go. Say, for example, you add the photo and you're not too fond of it. It's not too great. You can always right-click, come down and delete, or undo. It doesn't matter. And delete. Going back to add, going back to our images, you have the illustrations, stunning illustrations designed for your site. Or stock images, high quality images to purchase and own. Now you do need to pay for these. They're not exactly free, but you can find them and pay for them. Let's say you've already made your business or your blog or etc. And you have Facebook and you already have pictures that you want to use. You can actually just upload them from your Facebook or your Instagram or your Flickr account as well. So that makes it pretty easy as well doing that. Now, the related apps, you have rollover and image effects, so you can bring your site to life with rollover. And you have the photo editor, so you can crop, animate, you can do everything here too. And you can, here, if you don't already have it added to the site, which this one is not, you can just click add the site, and it will actually add this for you. Give it just a moment. Wix is pretty fast depending on your internet. My internet is pretty slow, so it works pretty fast for me. And this is it. And you can upgrade, you can go to settings, and once you do, it comes to the dashboard for the photo editor. Give it just 2 seconds, and here you go. You can design, it gives you pro tips, and you have other apps as well. Gallery, video and image slider, Instagram stream, icons, pretty cool, right? So the content, you can come down, you can replace the image, you can enter a caption, enter a link, and you can actually choose where to open the link. So this is the photo editor. I'm going to exit out of it. So you can add that to the site and play with that as well, depending on what you want. As far as getting for the images, you have virtual tours. You have before and after sliders, so you can say, for example, if you are doing a blog, you're talking about traveling, or you're showing something what you've done, maybe car repair, for example. You can have the before and after as well. Virtual tours, the impressive slideshow, which is really cool. So all this is going to do is add to your site a slideshow where you can just kind of click and slide over, and you'll have, well, a slideshow of your different photos. And you can actually move that as well. Don't worry, it's not something that's going to be stuck, for example, in the center page as well. And so just like the strips I showed you before, I told you I was going to go over it. This is the moment for that, especially for when you're using a template. You can take that strip, click, and you can drag and move it up. You can move all of this down. Just click and drag it down and make space for that photo that you like. So you can move everything down and create more space on your website. So if you want to add that photo to a blank slide right here, do you see that? That's what we do with the photos. So you can move that and make more space, especially if you're using a template. It's super, super easy. Using a template, just drag and move everything down and make that free space for you. Or you can go straight from the bottom and you can just move it. Let's click. And you can move this stuff down. You can make that space for you as well. So once you move them, you're going to make that space for you. So here we go. Make that a little smaller. And you're going to make that space for your next video. Alright guys, don't forget to hit subscribe so we can go over buttons next, and I can really go into detail of what they do and give you some pretty cool professional tips to really help your website come to life. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit the subscribe.